Hello my friends, welcome. We're gonna work on lizard pose today, another delicious hip opener. Again, opening up one hip in that internal rotation, restoring depth to this groin as we open up this opposite hip into flexion, external rotation, really covering a wide range of movement in our hips. Our hips are the foundation for all of our movement. They propel us forward in life. So if they're not working well, you're not working well. And if they are working well, and you spend time getting uncomfortable in postures like this, and practice your alignment and activation, you're gonna show up with power and in alignment and fully activated and energized in your life. So let's do it, let's do lizard. You're probably going to want some blocks or pillows today, and you may even take this variation in the chair. I'm gonna show you both. So what we're going to do, once you've paused, maybe you've gotten your stuff, we're gonna start in the hands and knees position again. And once we are there, we're gonna play with our hips. We're gonna start with just untucking them, like you're gonna point that tailbone up towards the sky. It's like you're pulling your leg bones into your hips. And then we're gonna do our desk posture. We're gonna tuck those hips under, rounding into that back. This is where we don't wanna be, but in yoga we will go there to work through the full range of motion of the spine. We're gonna untuck again, just the hips, nothing in the shoulders. And then we'll tuck those hips under. We'll untuck. And then we'll back out of that untuck just a tiny bit. Let's wiggle your hips right and left. Make sure that you got that. All right. We're gonna keep those hips untucked. We're gonna make sure as we go into this, you don't steal range of motion from your spine and your hips by doing this. And once we are ready for it, point that left toe straight back. You're gonna sweep this right leg forward. You might have to sweep this left leg a little bit further back before you do that. Sweeping this right leg forward into a nice lunge position. Toes pointing straight ahead, and then you can open them slightly out. If you know about the hips, you have a certain angle on your hip joint, that's what I want you to match. I don't want you to be somewhere like this yet. Planting that foot, grounding through the entire foot from the big toe to the pinky toe to the heel. This foot does not come up today. That back foot, we're pressing down through the top of that foot, finding neutral in that ankle. That means the heel is right over that ankle. Pressing down so we can feel the thigh working on this right side. This left side, sorry. This right leg, this heel's resisting back into that right hip. Pressing down through that big toe, press that right thigh out to the right side of the room without this foot coming up. That's our lizard. Now, you might have this chair here to help you out. You might start with your hands on this chair and sweep into it like this. That could be it. If you're in the chair, you're perfect where you're at. If you are planted in your full lizard down on the mat, or you have your hands on blocks or pillows, bring those in. We're gonna make sure that we're nice and long through that spine. And as we exhale, we're gonna try to zip that belly in. And as long as that tailbone stays untucked, we might be able to bring one elbow down, or just start reaching it on the exhale. Inhaling your way up. And exhaling your way down. But if we can't do that without this happening with the hip, we're starting to round through the spine, then we stay higher. We stay out of it. And as we go through this, we can make this active by every inhale, activating through those hips, that left leg pushing down, that right leg anchoring, pulling into that hip, opening up towards the right side of the room. And as we exhale, just hinging into it a little bit. Inhaling, activating. Exhaling, hinging. You can stay in this for 3 to 5 breaths or 3 to 5 minutes, whatever works for you. And when you're ready, we will exit this posture just as simple or easily as we got into it. And sit back, just wiggle into those hips a little bit. You can move your hands and knees, wiggle into those hips just like we just practiced. From there, you do the same thing on the opposite side. So if you did this on the chair, then you're gonna get into it the same way. You'll have that chair situated, you'll have your hands on that chair, knees back. We'll sweep that left leg forward next to the chair. Right, that foot pointing straight back, pressing into the top of that foot. Check the ankle, heel pointing straight up. Left leg, heels resisting back, so I'm pulling this left leg into my hip. Look at my chair here. Grounding through the inner edge of that left foot, and pressing that left thigh out towards the left side of the room. If you're on that chair, then you're up. If you're down on your hands or the pillows or blocks, then we have those hands planted. Keeping that tailbone untucked at all costs. Every inhale pressing down to that right foot, opening that left hip up, keeping that tailbone untucked, no slouching, keeping that spine long, no rounding. Every inhale activating fully, getting long, activated, tall. Every exhale we can hinge into it just a little bit. Maybe you can get one forearm down towards the floor without anything changing. No rounding, no rolling to the outside of that foot. Every inhale activating. Every exhale hinging. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes right now. But it's worth it. Inhaling up. Exhaling into it. That's your lizard. 3 to 5 breaths per side, or 3 to 5 minutes. Enjoy it. And please share a photograph of you doing your best version of this posture, whatever that is for you. Tag me in it on social media, and I'll be super excited to see it. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye.